A little goat versus fish. Preparation for VsMas. Our verses together now will be short, but look at this mess. Just look at this mess. This is something we have to address with the power of goat versus fish. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Año is receiving Goat vs. Fish. Pickle Tonu is here on Goat vs. Fish, yes. Look at this mess! Look at this mess! Bless this mess! May Goat vs. Fish bless this mess, so that it may become a versus worthy of VsMas. Worthy of the VsMas season. Worthy of Lysergic Freak Dick, who resubscribes for 37 months to Goat vs. Fish. Well, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? We said who's this? We said who's this? Someone was supposed to be here, but we thought Pizza Rat was going to show up, but Pizza Rat seems to be hiding somewhere. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish, Lysergic Freak Dick. It has been so long. Versplacia has been neglected. So it is time to do some preparations. Goat vs. Fish has to get to the Comedy Store Los Angeles soon. Soon enough. But we have been giving you more. Living streams of Goat vs. Fish. We should give you more Goat vs. Fish. Yes, well, Mom. Joy to the verse of Goat vs. Fish. A little more illumination. Let's start with a little more illumination. And the goats and the fishes sing, and goat and fishes sing.
Oh, oh, the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-fence open sleigh. I like how everything dies in the winter. It makes me feel good inside. Almost like I'm alive. What a splendid time of year! Sometimes it gets so cold that the lake freezes over and all the fish die. Imagine being a little frozen fish wondering if the seasons are going to thaw out so that you could versus the goat again only to feel the constraints of the liquid around you turning solid as a rock.
Is a streamer still a streamer if they never stream? Is a chatter still a chatter if they never chat? Is a flying spaghetti monster still spaghetti if it's flying in a monster? Hey! That was a hypothetical question. I will not tolerate this disrespect. No, I was just thinking out loud. I live in the practical realities of boiling liquids and starch. No, I promise. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. I'll have an internal dialogue. I'll just philosophize on the inside. Hey guys, how's your country going? Want to talk politics? It's my favorite subject. It's nice to know these days that I'm always on the ballot. 676767. It's all gone Joker mode. The trolls won. Excuse me. Oh, you scared me there. Well, I was just being a lazy French troll. These newfangled trolls, I do not like them very much. They do not have the elegance of the troll fencer. Yes, they give trolls a terrible name, a terrible reputation. Back in my day, we would troll with the rapier wit. So I said rapier on stream. Rapier on stream. See, that's a troll's speciality. But these new young trolls, they have no elegance. They have no elegance. It makes me very upset, which I have to respect in a kind of troll fencer kind of way. Yes, QC understands. Yes, but we'll grow tired of their games. You'll grow tired of their games. And you'll come back to me. You'll remember. It's the fate of every troll to be remembered. Back in my day, trolling was fun. Trolling was something to be admired, something to be respected. I remember when 4chan was a place of blooming intellectual curiosity and shit-flinging, but those times are gone. Those times are gone now. I said those times are gone! Still, you can look at my butt. Cheeky, no? Oh, my verses! Oh, GoatVsFish. Oh, there you are. Oh, hey, Rakesin. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Hey, Año. Hey, TMLZ Rules 81. Hey, Psalm 11. QCMC Seb. Lysergic Freak Dick. Wow, Mom. It's great to have you back here on GoatVsFish. It's been a while since we've been to Versplacia. But we think we need to get it prepped for the VsMas season, don't you? If only we had some VsMas decorations. Maybe GoatVsFish should invest in some VsMas decorations. But until then, we should at least have some GoatVsFish. We should at least have some GoatVsFish. So let's get some GoatVsFish. And will you turn that musications down? They can scarcely hear GoatVsFish. Yeah. 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 Come on, congregation. Help us lift the mighty verses. On the count of GoatVsFish, let's all lift together. Let's lift in the spirit of GoatVsFish. Goat versus fish. Thank you, congregation. That was very so verseful of you to help out GoatVsFish. Don versus Cody and some kind of fence post and a scribbly shark? Wow. Yesterversus really was something else, wasn't it? And that something else was also GoatVsFish. Time to clean up the verses. Time to clean up the verses. Time to tidy up GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish, GoatVsFish. Or are you fish? Are you goat or fish? A goat or fish? Head Honcho 19 on YouTube says, you're disappointing me, buddy. Goat versus fish is many things. Too many goat and fish. If goat versus fish can be a disappointment to you, well, then we should thank goat versus fish. Thank you, Goat vs. Fish, for being such a disappointment to Head Honcho 19. What a service you provide. And as long as we are disappointing one another, are you goat or are you fish? You goat or fish? If only you knew the first verses about goat versus fish, you would know to expect this from goat versus fish. You would know to expect all of this from goat versus fish. Oh, dear congregation, let us bless this verses with a declaration of goat or fish. Are you goat or are you fish? 99.9 LSD OCD says I am goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. That's one goat. That's one goat. TMLZ rules says fish. Celebration for fish. That's true. You were the first goat. You were the first goat. 999 LSD OCD. You were the first goat. Psalm 11, are you goat or fish? Rakesin, are you goat or fish? Lysergic freak dick is fish. Celebration of that freaky, freaky fish. And a subscription for fish. And a subscription for fish. Let's celebrate on that subscription. Let's celebrate on that subscription with the common snook. Appreciation. Appreciation for your continued support of Goat vs. Fish. Rakes in, says Fence. But let's see what else we have here on Goat vs. Fish. We have QCMC Seb, omelette du fromage. Are you goat or fish? Año, are you goat or fish? Well, Mom, are you goat or fish? Pickleton, you, are you goat or fish? Hog Johnson, are you goat or fish? Paddistedder, are you goat or fish? Cody, are you goat or fish? Christmas Clown Ma. Christmas Clown Ma. Mr. O2 Drop. Christmas Clown Ma, are you goat or fish? QCMC Seb goes fish. That's another fish. That's another fish. Poisson. Mr. O2 Drop says goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. The pleasure is goat versus fish. Lysergic. The pleasure is goat versus fish. And we have a goat. We have a goat. We have a Gravity Falls goat. Gravity Falls goat can be our goat. Gravity Falls goat can be our goat with a little support from Philosophications. And we can have fish. We can have our fish. With some support from Hamlet. It's the goat of philosophy versus the fish of poetry. And what a mighty versus it is. What a mighty versus it is. All throughout the world, they celebrate goat versus fish. Are you spinning the right way? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it spins this way. Whee! Do you feel the acceleration? It's goat versus fish that makes the world go round. I want to wish you a Merry VsMas. I want to wish you a Merry VsMas from the bottom of my fences. Cabra contra pez. Well, it's something of a versus. It is something of a versus. We cannot deny that we have achieved something here on Goat vs. Fish. It is beginning to look a lot like VsMas. Wow, Mom has redeemed a versus for Goat. Oh, GoatVsFish knows how to play this one. A versus for Goat. Then let's have a versus for Goat. Really want to note if you are a fish or goat, make my verse come true. All I want for VsMas is you. Here's a versus for Goat. Behold. Don't you just love getting things for VsMas? GoatVsFish loves when we get designer clothing for VsMas. Well, according to Drip, Lacoste changes their logo from a crocodile to a goat. Is this a true versus? 15 weeks ago, GoatVsFish said celebration for Goat. Drip says in honor of tennis star Novak Djokovic, Lacoste has dropped a special collection swapping their iconic crocodile for a goat emblem. The classic crocodile is still around. Lacoste has released a special collection for Djokovic, who is playing in the U.S. Open. Are any of these shirts left? Are any of these goat shirts left for GoatVsFish to purchase? Look at that little goat. Look at that little goat. Ooh, pants goat. Pants goat. It does make us wonder. Let's have a look. Lacoste goat. Shop Lacoste. Lacoste is getting very high. Up to 50% off. Look, find a product. How about we just... Find a product. Okay, goat. Men's wool Chesterfield goat. Ah, so clothing made from goat. How about Djokovic? Lacoste X tennis tracksuit? Where's the goat? Where's the goat? GoatVsFish does not see a goat. GoatVsFish wants the goat. Are you already sold out of goat? Are you already sold out of goat? Let's try eBay. Lacoste goat. Aha! Lacoste X Novak Djokovic U.S. Open 2025 The Goat Sweatpants, brand new, $249 versus American dollars. Lacoste The Goat Collection Novak Djokovic signed hat cap, $1,324.99. The Goat Collection T-shirt, small white. $345 versus American dollars. Lacoste Sport Novak Djokovic. The Goat Jacket Hoodie Unisex 5 large. $799. Worldwide, Lacoste The Goat medium polo shirt. That one could be for Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish could wear a medium goat polo shirt. That could be for Goat vs. Fish. Ooh, a medium t-shirt goat? $350. Ooh, the Goat polo t-shirt, size large? Goat vs. Fish could do a large versus. $249 plus delivery? $239 for a shirt? Oh, it's getting more reasonable every versus. Well, there you have it, Goat and Fish. For several hundred versus American dollars, exclamation point tip, you too. Can have our unpaid intern buy us a goat shirt of Goat vs. Fish. Wow, Mom has a link for Goat vs. Fish. $140 for Goat, but item out of stonk. Wow, Mom. Item out of stonk. The item is out of stonk. It's only $140 versus American dollars, but it's out of stonks. Wow, Mom. It's out of stonks. That was a versus for Goat. That was a versus for Goat. Well, Goat vs. Fish has just a little timing left. So we're going to sing you some VsMas songs. We're going to sing you some VsMas songs. Oh, VsMas. Goat versus fish. Fish versus goat. Goat versus fish. What's this versus? Versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. That versus goes to that versus. That versus goes to that versus. That versus goes to that versus. Aha! We found it. There's Goat versus Fish. Goat versus fish, fish versus goat, in perpetual style. In the air there's a feeling of goat versus fishmas. Horns a clashing, fins a splashing, it's a mighty melee. And to every fence-sitter we say, are you goat? Are you goat? Are you fish? Are you fish? It's VsMas time, goat and fishy. Hear them blub, 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 blub. Hear them bleat, be, be, be. Soon it shall be VsMas Day. Celebration, celebration, global fish markets rise as the mountain goats make their merry purchase. Merchandising, advertising, it's a presently task, and to every fence-sitter we ask, are you goat? Are you goat? Are you fish? Are you fish? It's VsMas time, goat and fishy. I hear them blub, I hear them bleat, be, be, be. Soon it shall be VsMas Day. Soon it shall be. I don't ask a lot for VsMas. There is just one thing you heed, and I don't care about fence-sitters sitting by the VsMas tree. I just really goat versus fish. We were just listening to that. I just really want to note it did a different verses when we listened to the verses, but we like it the goat versus fish way. I just really want to note goat versus fish. I just really want to note, if you are a fish or goat, make my verse come true. All I want for VsMas is you to choose goat or a fish, my goat or fishy baby. Goat or fish like maybe. You will find the goat and fish are mingling. In your mind, the one true question tingling. We'll temporarily suspend shit flinging when we hear those beard bells are ringing. It is goat versus fish laser focus. We're making it twice and we're checking a list, and we're gonna find out who's goat and who's fish. Goat versus fish is asking around. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat and fish. Fish and goat. Goat versus fish all night and all day. Think of goat and fish each time that you pray to goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Are you a goat? Are you a fish? Are you fish? Are you goat? Goat versus fish is the one simple rule. Goat versus fish should be taught in your school. A fish versus goat. Goat versus fish. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Are you goat? Are you fish? Goat of the land and the fish of the sea. And in this verses, we had goat versus fish within you and me. But goat versus fish is thinking that the satirical verses of goat versus fish could be a little more biting, kind of like a shark fish. A goat of the land and the fish of the sea. Goat and a fish underneath your VsMas tree. We could do that verses. We could do goat of the land and the fish of the sea. Goat versus fish in your family tree. Like you're born of a whole family of goat and fish. There's a few verses we could do. Goat of the land and the fish of the sea. Goat versus fish for a small subscription fee. Goat versus fish. Goat of the land and the fish of the sea. Goat versus fish for a small modest fee. Goat versus fish for a recurring fee. A lot could be said about goat versus fish. Goat of the land and the fish of the sea. Goat and fish versing under the tree of goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Are you a goat or fish? A goat or a fish? Are you a goat or fish? A goat or a fish? Goat versus fish, we had a verses about Jesus dying on the fence we wanted to add. Are you a goat or fish? A goat or a fish? Are you a goat or fish? A goat or a fish? I do not like this bit about goat or a fish. So on this fence I sit, a goat or a fish, goat or a fish, goat or a fish. So on this fence I sit, a goat or a fish, goat or a fish. a goat or a fish? What kind of question is this, a goat or a fish? We often rhyme sense with fence. Do they think I'm so dense, a goat or a fish? I think, well, sense is for fence. I think it makes no sense, a goat or a fish. That Jesus, goat versus fish. So how to, when goat versus fish, Jesus died on the fence. That Jesus, goat or a fish. Jesus Christ died on fence. Jesus died on the fence. Jesus died on the fence. That's the verses. So if Jesus died on the fence, I don't. Don't believe what he says, goat versus fish. That Jesus died on. Oh, goat versus fish. We need a that in that verses. Well, goat versus fish, we're working on some new VsMas songs. We're working on updating the old VsMas classics. But Goat vs. Fish, we're going to have to update those VsMas classics for later because Goat vs. Fish has to go to the Comedy Store Los Angeles to do the Ding Dong show now. But we wanted to start getting Versplacia ready, and we thought that Goat vs. Fish would give you a little living stream as often as we can, even if it's just an hour of Goat vs. Fish. So we're going to see you on the next verses. We're going to see you on the next verses. The nervousness of Goat vs. Fish. The nervousness of Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish did not have this nervousness when we were doing our rehearses without you watching Goat vs. Fish. But now that you're here, Goat vs. Fish, well, we know you're listening and watching to the rehearses of Goat vs. Fish. But that's okay. Goat vs. Fish is here. We want to bring you in on Goat vs. Fish. Bring you in on Goat vs. Fish. So we hope you enjoyed our little VsMas cleanup, our little Lacoste goat news situation. Let's perform a radiation. Get those jitters out. Because jitters are for fence sitters. And we'll see you on the next verses of Goat vs. Fish. Like, comment, subscribe to Goat vs. Fish. All those verses. Celebration! Whoosh.